This season is wild. I mean, smuggling, revenge, terrorism. I mean, in a few words, can you describe like some adjectives that um, really describe this season?
Yeah, I think it's edgier. Part of this is our freedom that we gained from moving to Peacock. It's more intense. The relationships between, where I'll speak for myself, Randall and Elliot really get explored, and there's some explosive stuff in there. So I'd go with edgy, cinematic, explosive, and just a more complicated stories in a sense.
Most definitely, yeah. Thank you for that. So you have an older brother. How did your older brother inspire you for this role as an older brother?
Yeah, he's great, my older brother, and I actually kind of used some of his characteristics in Randall, even though uh, even though they're completely different types of guys, but certain elements of him I kind of think about when I play Randall, and yeah, it's definitely, brothers are brothers. I think there's a certain universality to it, and it's nice to have somebody working as your brother with somebody that you're friends with. Chris and I have some history. We did an independent movie together, and we just hit it off really well, and just stayed in contact ever since then. And we're hoping to do some more stuff together. And here it is, 10 years later, and I get the call to be his brother, and it was like, absolutely, that's going to be a blast. And it has been. It's great working with someone that you really have a comfort level with and a trust in, and it makes a big difference.
That's right. You folks met on the set of Small Time, right?
Small time, yeah.
Yeah. So, what is the most interesting thing you've learned from Mr. Maloney as an actor, and then one great thing you've learned from him as a friend or about friendship?
Well, he is a outstanding guy. I mean, he's just a guy's guy. He's a good guy. Just love him as a person. And from an acting point of view, it's just I think you just pick things up. It's not like one thing. It's just you kind of. It's the same thing I do with Ellen Burstyn. I mean, there's a certain kind of, you just learn by doing, by being in that scene. Oh, he went that way with it. Oh, he went that way with it. Oh, that's interesting. Why did he do that? And how did he go there? And how does that affect how I do stuff? And the same thing with again with Ellen. You got to stay open and present in the scenes with these guys, because even though it's scripted, we do a lot of kind of tweaking and improvising in any given scene, and it really changes. I mean, it can be, and I feel safe when I go a certain way that they'll be there with me, and I think that's part of it. Is if I was going to boil it down to one thing, it's just being open and present in the scene and not kind of dialed into how it's supposed to work. You kind of find how it's going to work while you're doing it, and having a couple pros like Chris and Ellen is you learn a lot just by doing the scenes.
Right. What have you learned about friendship, having been his friend for so long?
Well, that you can be friends even though you don't see each other, and if you are, you do get along and have that kind of chemistry. You can not see each other for a couple of years, and then you see each other, and it's just right back where it was. And I think that's kind of a mark of good friendship.
Right, right. So you have a scene with the wonderful Mariska Hargitay here, um, and then she goes off and has this deep discussion with Elliot. What was the most interesting thing you've observed about that dynamic between those two actors, and why do you think that all works?
Um, I think they have done it so long. There's just a shorthand beyond shorthand between the two of them, and you kind of see it immediately. I saw it immediately, and I have a pretty funny scene with Mariska, so I was really happy to gotten to meet her and act with her. And we have a real fun scene in the second episode that Chris Meloni actually wrote. But yeah, you just see it immediately. They're close friends, and they're used to working with each other, obviously, and they're just together. They're just dynamite.
And I think you even teased him that she has like more of a crush or interest in you, playfully, of course.
Yeah. Well, in the episode that she's in, Chris wrote that I have a restaurant in Temecula, California called Swingin' Cafe, and we serve barbecue. And so I'm always talking about my brisket, and so Chris always gives me razzing me about that offset. And then he wrote this episode, and lo and behold, my pickup line for Mariska is, "Hey, baby, you want to go get some brisket? I make great brisket." So he kind of brought real life into the fictional life, and that's Randall trying to pick up Mariska Hargitay, trying to pick up Benson, literally over the comatose body of Elliot. So it was fun.
I love that. It's great. Congratulations to all of you. It's great to see you in this. Congrats.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you.